guys, what's up? It's Laura from Laura Marie Plans. I'm here today for the start of my June bullet journal with me. So in today's video, I will be setting up my June bullet journal. I have this kind of outline here that I did off camera, but as usual, I'll be doing the basic monthly spreads and then the weekly spreads, as well as the highlights that I do in all of my other months. I do think this may be my last month in this bujo because July is my birth month. I also feel like some people start their planners and stuff in July. So I'm thinking I might ask for a new journal for my birthday and get a little bit of a higher quality one. This one was pretty cheap from Amazon. It's literally the first journal that shows up when you search like dotted journal or bullet journal on there. And it is good, but I did get this new order, which I need to actually unbox, from Archer and Olive. And I was also recommended Notebook Therapy from my friend Domi, Bonjour Domi, on Instagram and YouTube and all the things. So I want to try several different ones. The one I really wanted on Notebook Therapy was unfortunately sold out, but I'm planning on using this one for my media journal. And I was thinking of doing another bullet journal, but in like a nicer journal, because this one was super like inexpensive and I do love it. But I really just didn't spend a lot on my journal because I didn't know how deep I would get into this, but I have stuck through it. So I'm feeling like I'll continue the trend in a nicer journal and it will be better. And I am coming to the end here. Anyway, the only thing is I do have a lot of yearly trackers. So I think I will continue to fill them out just because it will bother me if it's not. But I don't know. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But for this video, I'm going to be doing June. And like I said, this will be my last hopefully spread in this bujo, because I know already I'm not going to get through to December, so I might as well just cut it after half of the year. So I may think of some recaps to do for halfway just to end off this bujo, but we'll see. I think that might be fun because there are like enough pages still to do some extra things. So we'll see. But this is what I have down for now. These are all SPC stickers. I did use these Chanel pastel rainbow letters. I have 2 sheets, and so I put some things down there. I am going to put down some deco bits. I'm not really sure yet what, because I have lots of stickers that I recently found. So I'm going to find some cute stickers, put on some washi, and do some of these spreads. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Alrighty guys, this is voice over Laura. It is a lot easier for me to just film these videos and watch a YouTube video or Twitch stream in the background and do the voiceovers. But let me know if you guys have a preference. If I did this raw footage, it would have been a few hours, I'm not gonna lie, especially the pages towards the end. But I also just like to do check-ins, so it's kind of hard because some clips are like 5 minutes, whereas others are like 40, 50 minutes. But this is the start of my June 2025 in this bullet journal that I've been using for this year. And so I have my letter stickers and the month script from SPC. The washi is from Simply Gilded. It's this beautiful pastel rainbow with silver bows, I believe. Yes, silver. And then I used, again, on the other side, the June monthly script, the border, the month, everything basically that's on matte sticker paper is from SPC. The flower stickers I used are from an random Amazon link. I literally just searched like journaling stickers or something. I just personally prefer clear backing or like white paper, but clear over everything kind of, because sometimes the whites don't match the paper, especially if it's like a bad quality sticker shop, which if you're ordering from Amazon and it's a good deal. You don't really know where you're getting. So, yeah, I did track my walks this month. I marked my important dates, which I basically had Father's Day, the Kendrick Lamar concert, Juneteenth, and that it was me and my husband's 13 years together. And then I had a lot of to-dos, and I did get them all done, which I'm very proud of myself because they were all basically like doctor's appointments and appointment to do. And I've just been putting those types of things off. They don't really give me anxiety, but I also don't prioritize them, and I just need to get them done. So I got a lot of things done this month, which I was very, very proud of myself for. It was probably the best month, like productive wise. So I'm proud of myself. So this is my monthly spread. Again, this is all from SPC, this colorful page that I'm pulling the date dots from, and that I will end up using those stickers. Those functional stickers are also from SPC. And the washi I put on the border, which I've been really enjoying doing, is from Simply Gilded. And then I did use washi to mark off the days that weren't in the month. So, I did just go ahead and put down some important dates. I put down paydays, I put down birthdays, I put down when we were watching some dogs and some events we had. It was kind of a busy month, so we had a lot going on, but I just went ahead and put that all in my monthly. I did end up pulling some Carly Plan script sheets. I like her scripts because I really like the size, and I think they are good for journaling and planning. They do have that duo function because of the size, so I do like pulling those in these spreads as well as in my planning spreads. But yeah, I've been really liking these functional sheets. I think this is only my second month using them in my bullet journal from SBC. I have been using the monthly itself all year, but the actual functional sheet is just, it keeps it a lot more organized and it's a lot more fun. But yeah, I put down again more of these stickers from Amazon. I went for kind of a yellow vibe. I was kind of going for like bright colors. I was kind of just doing a whole mix of colors, but I tried to stick on theme. So the previous page was like pink and yellow, and then this page I used the rest of the yellow stuff. And I like the specific listing of Amazon stickers I have because there's like other things, like there's a mix of things. So there's butterflies, there's flowers, there's leaves, there's moths. That's pretty much it, but there's a nice mixture of things. So I did use this I think it's Simply Watercolor Go, foiled deco bits that I had in my collection that I literally just don't have another use for. Like, I just don't see myself using them. So using them as deco in my journal has been really, really fun. And then I did take my Tombow markers and just fill out the script June with some bright summer colors because it is the summer. And yeah, I filled out I highlighted, I guess, the days that were important, or I had an event this month in June. Am I good? So I highlighted those, and yeah, I ended up marking my walks. And for my walk tracker, I do the lighter the shade, the less walk/movement, and the darker, the more walk/movement. So I just do the same kind of tracker, but just different colors each month. And it's been working for me really well because I have been trying to be a lot more active this year. That was one of my big goals, and I'm trying to be so much more intentional because, guys, when I'm filming this, I'm turning 29, and I'm already 29 when you're seeing this, and I just feel like I need to get my life together before 30, or I'm going to have a 30 life crisis. I don't know. A third life crisis? Is that what you would call it? I don't know. But moving on, I skipped some of the weekly spreads I did, but I will show you them through my flip through. And if you want to see more up close pictures, I would definitely follow my Instagram, my planner Instagram, Laura Marie Plans, because I do post my journal spreads there, and you can kind of see all the stuff closer, I suppose. But I just did my weekly spreads, and I do the same thing. I just did them all in bulk this month, so I just use SPC boxes and date covers, and then the date numbers I use are a sheet from Hobby Lobby with a plethora of numbers that I have used all year, and I'm not even halfway done with the sheet. So I love that for me. I was trying to use some of these Amazon stickers, but the week before this, I did do SPC deco, some of her crystal deco, and pastel rainbow, especially because it was like Pride. So I wanted to do that. And then this week, I did some of the flower deco from Amazon, and then some Plantahana deco in silver, and kind of went with a silver theme. And then for my bullets, I use Simply Watercolor bows, which I have a plethora of Simply Watercolor bows because I used to use them all the time as deco in my white space spreads when I used to do white space planning. And it's just great that I've saved them for this long because I've been able to use them for journaling, and it's really come in handy because I really like to do like the bullets and list out what I do each day. I don't know. It's been fun. So, yeah, those are my 2 weekly spreads basically. And I do the same thing for pretty much all of them. I just use SPC matte boxes, date covers, Hobby Lobby numbers, date dots, and then some form of deco, and then Plantahana foil. And yeah, it pretty much continues. So I usually like, my favorite box from SBC is box version 6. But I do run out because I use them so much. So I try and use some of the other shapes I have too, like these squares I had. It's just a different format I have to figure out and get used to. And then 7 don't really fit, so I use the other box for the weekend, but it ends up working, and I like getting creative. It's just box version 6 is my personal favorite, but we'll see. Maybe it will change when I'm in a new journal and I have more room, because I'm pretty sure these pages are smaller than the ones in the journal that I will have in July or August, maybe potentially. Now I am thinking about doing a July in this, even though it wouldn't really make sense, and it bothers me that it'd be 7 months of the year and not 6, like half, but I'm not getting my new journal until my birthday because my husband got it for me as a birthday present, and my birthday is July 4th. And well, also, like, I don't even know if I'm gonna like have time to set up a new journal and all that this month because I'm going to the beach. So I'm thinking just pushing it all to August because this month is just busy for me. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys have thoughts on that down below, but it honestly may be too late. So moving on to my highlight spreads, I did this month decide to print my pictures bigger. It wasn't exactly intentional, but it was somewhat intentional because I knew I had lots of pages left in my journal and I was nearing the end of going to use it because it's definitely not lasting till December. So I did want to use up some more pages intentionally. I did and do like to use a lot of the SPC frames, but I pretty much ran out during these spreads because I had so many highlights for June. I had multiple pages. If you can't tell by how much longer is left in this video, this is just the beginning, baby. So, I did run out of frames. So towards the end, I got creative. And I think I just need to be more creative in the future and not use frames for every single one. But it's a look, it's a vibe, it's fine. Let me know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the framed every picture looks good, or what I do later? Which you'll have to wait till see that. But for the first part of June, I did mark Ollie's summer grooming, which he looked very handsome, and we took him to get soft serve ice cream after, and that's why I got such a cute picture of him, is because he was begging. And the themes of the month were playing tennis together. We started going to this tennis court by our house and playing tennis, and no one's ever at that court. And so we can close the gate, and Ollie is with us, and he loves to chase a tennis ball. So it's been fun. And then there's also pickleball lines on that court. So we do want to try pickleball. But lately we've been doing tennis just because we do a lot of pickleball just in general. We don't play as much tennis. We do a lot of pickleball because that's my dad's preferred. But we also had a lot of acai bowls from South Block that just opened by us. And they have puppy cups that Ollie really likes. He is a sucker for some ice cream. So we had a lot of acai bowls because the pup cups at South Block are healthier, and acai bowls are healthier for us than ice cream. So we gotta go with what we got. What? Does that make sense? I don't know. We gotta go with what we've got. I don't know. Anyways, we also celebrated Pride, which was fun. We went to Washington, D.C. for World Pride, which was at the very beginning of the month. I did do a Pride spread in my planner, but I thought this gummy deco was very fun for the occasion, and I did try and use bright colors for this. I ended up using some pastel rainbow hearts and dots from Planet Hannah. And then I did stick a good old heart in the middle of my Pride spread on the right-hand side for World Pride, and we went to Adams Morgan. We didn't go to the parade, thankfully, because I heard it was so packed and not the best, but we went right after, and it was a lot of fun and lots of stuff. Still lots of festivities going on for the occasion. But yeah, it was really fun, and I enjoyed using the gummy deco here. I used up some of the crystals that I didn't use on my previous weekly spread, which I didn't really show, but again, it will be on the flip through at the end, or you can check me out on my Insta. But yeah, I also used the DC with the like ransom. Are those ransom letters? I don't know. The fun little scrapbook letters from SPC. And yeah, I just think this looks really cute, but I definitely should be making a list of some more things I need, because I definitely need a few more things. Just looking at this spread, I'm like, ooh, I really like those boxes that I use on the left. And yeah, I just need more frames in general. But I feel like I did get creative towards the end, but I did just have a lot of highlights for June. So this was just the first week of June. I basically did it week by week. The next week in June, that weekend, I went home and had family time. My cousin was in town. It was my cousin's birthday. It was my brother's birthday. And Jake went to New York City for work. So I ended up just going home, and so Ollie got to hang out with my parents' dog Mochi, and we had a big old family dinner, which was really fun. We had amazing dumplings. They were so good. And then we did go to my favorite ice cream store with my mom, which is right by their house. It's like Italian ice and soft serve, and they do this thing called gelati instead of gelato, and it's a soft serve Italian ice soft serve combo, and it's so freaking good. I'm pretty sure they had this flavor that I don't remember having, but I don't know. Jake said I've had it before, but it was like strawberry mango, yeah, strawberry mango, which are my two favorite flavors, and it was so good. But their vanilla soft serve is so good. And then we went on a little date night with Ollie and then got more soft serve after. Ollie really likes ice cream, so then we just all tend to eat too much ice cream, honestly. It's definitely not a good thing. Um, but yeah, we went on a little date night, and it was really good practice for Ollie because usually when we take him on our date nights, we go to this one particular restaurant where he gets served food. Like they have a dog menu and they give him water. Well, most restaurants give your dog water if they allow your dog to eat there in the first place. But this place, he didn't get his own food, so it's just really good practice because I was like, dude, you need to chill. Like, not every time you come out with us do you get something. But then he did get a pup cup after at the soft serve place that we were going to, which is a different soft serve place in Virginia because the other soft serve place is in Maryland where my parents live. But yeah, basically that week, hung out with my family, had a date night with Jake once he came back from work, his work trip. And then it was Friday the 13th, and we did get flash tattoos, which was so exciting. It was a bucket list item for me for sure. So yeah, my guy that did one of my tattoos, he had a studio back in the city back in like around when I got married, which is like 2022. So 3 years ago. And then that's also when we lived in the city. And now we're like kind of out in the suburbs. And then he moved to a tattoo shop kind of out in the suburbs where we are, which is kind of crazy. But he doesn't have that many followers on Instagram, but he's so good and so nice. And so he posted about a flash tattoo sale. So it was nice. I emphasize that he didn't have followers, not to be mean, but because a lot of people didn't know about this flash tattoo sale. So we only had to wait. There was only 3 people in front of us, and then Jake and I got to go. And I feel like most flash tattoos, you're waiting hours. And we went like at like 3:34. So yeah, it was really fun. It was just nice because I haven't gotten a tattoo since my peony in 2022 because we bought a house and we have a expensive ass dog and just we're doing IVF. Like I don't really need to explain myself, but getting a flash tattoo for a good deal for both of us was really nice. And it was good because now my tattoo craving isn't hitting as hard because I got a tattoo, so I'm good for a little. But I got something and I got to add, but it's not very big and it wasn't very expensive. So yeah, highly recommend getting a flash tattoo if you ever see it as an ad, especially like if you've never gotten a tattoo before, because they're really small. And I feel like if you start with a small piece, it's just really easy. That's what I did. I literally got a semicolon as my first ever tattoo, which if you know, you know. But yeah, I just recommend starting small because I feel like it hurts for some people. But yeah, we did do that. So the tattoo at the top is mine. I got cherries, a twinkle, and a heart. I got 3 for 31. And then Jake got a cow abducting a spaceship out with its udders or out of its udders. I don't know, something like that on his calf. But yeah, it was really good time. And so I used a bunch of SPC ransom letters. These I know are called ransom letters. The ones on the left and then the ones on the right are also SPC. And then I used some of her deco, some more of the gummy candy deco, and then some floral deco. And then I used some Plantahana Pixie Hollow mixed deco and dots. And I did use all SPC letters basically, the big and small letters. And yeah, used a lot of borders again from SPC. And then I did end up using some of the mixed deco in Plantahana's black foil too, which I do really like the look of. And I've hoarded that sheet for a while, and I feel like it just looks really well with this sheet or with this spread in particular, because like flash tattoo vibes and also just like the black and the white going. But yeah, love how this turned out. And I think it's super, super cute. The next weekend, again, we're going by weeks here. It was a busy month. And I ended up just printing things really big, which I don't really mind. I kind of like it. Let me know what you guys think. The next weekend was Father's Day. So we did go to a Thai festival by our house, which I just gotta say, the fact that there's constantly Thai festivals, like there was one this past weekend too. When I'm filming there's one monthly at this location, and there's ones all over near us in Northern Virginia. I just love that because I could not live somewhere where my culture is not like in my backyard, honestly. It's really nice. So I really appreciate that and love people who come out and support, especially like during this time. This was the weekend we were all fighting fascism. If you weren't, then I don't know why you're watching this video. But we are all fighting fascism in one way or the other. And yeah, basically, if you don't know, in Washington, D.C., some guy, aka the president, decided to have a birthday parade for himself and a military parade. And basically, everyone in the Northern Virginia, Maryland, D.C. area was standing on bridges, including us, by our house onto like the highway going into DC, basically saying like, why are you saying okay to fascism? Turn around, go home, don't go to this parade. But besides that, on Sunday, that was on Saturday, on Sunday, we celebrated Father's Day with my father-in-law at the festival in the morning / afternoon. And then in the evening, we went to a new to us Thai restaurant that I have now gone about a 50 bajillion times since then, because it is available for delivery here for free. And they also have takeout, and it's really close to our house, and it's incredible Thai food. So yeah, love that. You've probably seen me post about it if you follow me on my personal or on my TikTok, because I'm just obsessed with good Thai food and love supporting those restaurants. And then the other page is kind of random. I took this really funny picture of Ollie smiling, which if you zoom in, aka go on my personal Insta, where you see this exact picture and swipe right once, you'll see him literally smiling for the picture in front of this love sign, which Virginia always has love signs everywhere because Virginia is for lovers. The first biracial marriage happened in Virginia, I believe, or something like that. I don't know. But Virginia's for lovers, and there's love signs everywhere. But then I love this Pride one in particular because it's Pride Month, baby. And yeah, Ollie was looking cute. And then I love this Love Island quote. I hate season 7. I don't really like the cast. I'm just really annoyed with everyone right now and how production has handled this season. I think season 6 is just so superior in so many ways, and it was always going to be hard to top it, but season 7, not the best. But Nick saying, I was like addicted to hippos, and basically in the scene, this is not spoilers, unless you don't know who he's coupled up with, which he's been coupled up with since probably episode 1 or 2. Anyways, he says hippos, he was addicted to, at one point in his life, he was addicted to looking up safari stuff on YouTube and how hippos are the superior apex creature and not lions. And I just think any appreciation towards hippos on national television, especially Love Island, from a hot ass man, white man, but man, I will take. But no, I love Nick, to be honest. I think he's so good looking, and when he said this, I was like, oh yes. So I'm definitely rooting for Nick and Sierra right now out of everyone, honestly. I like Zach with a K, the Thai guy, because he's from Thailand, but like his teeth are way too much. The Veners are too much. They're too much. And he's kind of playing with Amaya Papaya, which I don't like. But I'm going to stop talking about Love Island in case you don't care. The scripts I used here, the letters I used here are from from Shein, which was so cheap and affordable, and they're just so cute. And I absolutely love them. And there's so many on each sheet that you can kind of go with a color scheme, which is nice. And then I did use some floral deco from SPC, and then some sparkly Pixie Hollow from Plana Hannah in dots and mixed deco. I also use these tie flags that I have from an old shop. I don't know if they're still open, Sticky Sloths Designs, but I really love the hollow tie flags she offers. But yeah, I love how this spread turned out too. And then the last final week, guys, we're getting to the end. Shout out to you if you are still watching. Honestly, I love you. You mean the world to me. We did see, this was technically like the third week, maybe. in June. I don't know. Let me look at the calendar that is in the beginning of the spread, and that would be helpful. Yeah, it was the third week. I didn't really do too much the fourth week, and then the fifth week, which is just the 30th, was our 13-year anniversary. So I might do a page then, but that will be featured in my July spread because I am trying to get this up earlier and I am going to the beach in July, so I'm just not doing that right now because I kind of forgot about that. But we did see Kendrick and SZA on June 18th in Washington, D.C. for the Grand National Tour, which was so good. It was rainy that day, but there was like a double rainbow in the stadium, so I had to put that. And yeah, I went with my husband, our bestie Jawan, and my father-in-law, Jake's dad. And we had an amazing ass time. It was really, really fun. SZA was really good too. I did not realize how many teenage girls their icon is SZA. But honestly, she's amazing. She was so good. And so was Kendrick. And it was just a really, really fun time. And then, so we saw that the day before Juneteenth, which was a Wednesday. And then that Saturday, we did go to Les Mis at the Kennedy Center, which we got tickets so long ago, like literally probably before our president got elected. Like, not even elected chairman, CEO, whatever of the Kennedy Center, but elected as president. Like, we got tickets so long ago. And they're not cheap. So we went with my parents and their friends and stuff, and we had box seats, and it was so fun. We've seen Les Mis so many times, or I have. Jake's seen it twice, but he doesn't remember seeing it, which I'm kind of like, how do you not remember seeing it? We went with my grandmother, who is now deceased, and she was my BFF for life. But that I've seen it so many times. So yeah, it was really, really good times. And the Kennedy Center is always beautiful, but it's just tragic what's happening there. And I don't plan on going there anytime soon or putting my money towards tickets to there. Unfortunately, it just sucks. The position we're put in as DMV people and being so close to the president and his need to control absolutely everything in this country. But it was really fun to go. We did eat at the cafe after, which was honestly terrible. I don't recommend. But the rest of the day was really good. We went on a matinee. And yeah, it was really fun times. And the Les Mis is just very nostalgic. Not, wait, what? The Les Mis? The Kennedy Center and Les Mis are just very nostalgic to me because I just grew up going to the Kennedy Center a lot, and then I grew up seeing Les Mis a lot. And yeah, so I ended up throwing in the rest of the floral deco as well as some of the music note deco from SBC, which I was going to use for my media journal, but I ended up putting in this journal. So I kind of have feelings about that, but I'll just buy another sheet. It's literally no biggie. But yeah, that was me looking for it for like literally forever. Um, and then I just put on a bunch of deco. Honestly, it's kind of a lot. I put on like the mixed deco in black from Plantahannah. I put on the black stars that came on the music deco sheet. I put on some gold stars that came with the frames. I put on some pixie rainbow dots. It's kind of a lot, but it's cute. It's a concert vibe spread. I feel like it goes. And that is basically that for my bullet journal for the month of June. I had a lot of things go on. I had my weekly spreads and then I had all these highlight pages, but I did have a lot just go on in my life, lots of events. Summer is always poppin', which I don't hate. And July is going to be popping too, to be honest, because it's my birthday month and I'm going to the beach. So yeah, I'm teeter-tottering between waiting, because honestly, I don't even know if I'd have time to set up my new journal before July 4th, because it's currently almost July 2nd. And on July 2nd, I'm going to a soccer game, and then it's July 3rd, and then it's July 4th, you know? So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm always open to hearing your opinions on things. But please follow me on my Instagram, Laura Marie Plans, because I do post, like I said, up close pictures of these spreads, these journaling spreads that I do. And yeah, if you haven't already, check out my other bullet journal videos. I do post these videos monthly. I used to post them twice a month, but now I have cut down to monthly. So the playlist will be linked down below if you are curious. And I appreciate you guys so, so much for watching this through. But I'm going to bop this over to Talk Through Laura for the final flip through. Alrighty, guys, I am here for my final June flip through. I'm actually thinking I might do July in here and start August in my new journal, because I do have more pages and I'm not getting my new journal until my birthday on July 4th. So it's currently June 30th and I want to start my next spreads and stuff. And I'm going away to the beach for a week around my birthday. So I just feel like it would just work better if I just stuck out another month in here. So I'm thinking I might do that, because there are still like plenty of pages, and then I'll do my wrap up. But I have basically finished filling out this portion with stickers that I thought were cute. And I did fill out some of my tracker. I did lose 5 pounds finally. My highlight of June was the Grand National Tour. We watched Parasite recently in June, and so I gave that 4 stars because it was freaking scary AF. Jake gave it 5. I have my updated trackers, which I have filled out. I have my bingo, which I'm going to do here with you guys. And then I did go ahead and fill out some of my 2025 highlights. So I have 4 out of the 8 filled out. So for the bingo, I did go to a concert because I went to Kendrick and SZA. And then I did play a new game because I started playing Wingspan Asia, but I've also played other new games like Schedule 1 and lots of other gamerias, but I still don't have bingo. And then, yeah, filled out some of this Tetris board as well. And then flipping on over to June, this is how my pages came together. I had my walking all filled out. I did do everything on my checklist, which was just a lot of doctor's appointments. And then I have my monthly all filled out. Super cute. I love this Simply Gilded Washi. And then I have my weeks. So I ended up doing all my weeks back to back. And this one has SPC sticker deco with Plantahana foil, and then this one has like Amazon deco from this sheet. This sticker pack I got from Amazon, and Plantahana foil. And then I do have my highlights. So I did kind of spread it out more than usual, which I think I'm going to try and do more intentionally, / just print pictures bigger in general in my new journal. So yeah, just because I like how it looks a lot better. But I did start with a lot of frames, and then I did kind of run out. So towards the end, I didn't use as many frames, and I think it just kind of gives it a different look. But yeah, so we have the first few spreads, including Pride in DC, use some of the SPC deco and some Plantahana foil, some of the SPC frames and letters and stuff. And then this was my family time and date night with Jake. hung out with my parents and Mochi and Ollie. And then we did get flash tats, which was really exciting. So I love that. I added this little fox and cactus sticker, which kind of looks out of place, but I like it. And then we have this, which I think came out really cute. I ended up using these letter stickers I got from like Temu or Shein or something. But they're actually really cute and nice, and they have a plethora, so you can kind of go with a color scheme. But this was my Father's Day spreads, which was very Thai inspired, and then this was more pride and just some fun things I had in June. This was my favorite Love Island scene ever. I was like addicted to hippos. I love Nick and I love Sierra. Ollie looking cuter than ever. And then this was the last of June, which was just our concert, and then seeing Les Mis. I might also do a spread for our 13 years here. It's currently June 30th when I film that, so that will be my July video, just because I want to wrap this video up and I haven't printed or gotten anything for that, and it just now came to my mind, and it's June 30th when I'm filming this, which is our 13 years, but yeah, it's also just like not a biggie. So that will be tacked onto the next video if I end up doing a my July in here, which I'm leaning towards yes. And then also I'm planning on doing some wrap-up spreads, which will be a different video probably, but if you have any wrap-up spreads ideas, let me know. But I have some ideas of what I'll do, but yeah, I also have my media journal, which I'm really excited to get into over the summer. But yeah, I just have a lot of fun things I want to do, and I've been loving journaling. So I hope you guys enjoyed this June bullet journal with me video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Follow me on my planner Instagram, Laura Marie Plans, to see up close pictures and videos of this, as well as all the other fun hobbies I do. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.